Hey guys, and welcome to Top Channel 101. So a few days ago, I made a video titled "Why Does Blender Need a Lot of Add-ons" on my second channel, and I used a lot of transitions and effects that I made in Blender. So today I want to play some of them for you and talk about how you can do them in Blender. You can watch the video and watch the transitions with sound effects on. And I want to talk about some of the effects I created for the video and how I set them up. Now let me just get the renders here. And especially, I'm going to be talking about this video effect here. And yeah, to make that kind of effect and how to speed up your footage in Blender. For example, if you have video inside a texture, how to speed it up or slow it down, things like that. I'm also going to talk about some of effects like this. This is not a particle system, this is just geometry nodes. I made a bunch of them, and let me see. And the project files are going to be available on my Patreon. Let's jump right into the video effects. Let me just do this here quickly. So that would be a mesh, and I'll just grab an image texture, grab something like let me get this. So I'll scale it on the X. When you import video like this, you have to increase the number of frames. So for example, we want 500 frames of the video, and you have to turn on auto refresh for the video to playback. Now this is all good, but you can see there are no controls for speed here. The offset can be used to move things forward or backwards, but you can also use the hash frame to offset the footage by the current frame. But if you want it to be faster, you can just multiply this by 10 and it will be playing 10 times faster. You can see it's playing 10 times faster. If I do multiply by 2, it's going to be twice as fast. If I do by 20, it's going to be 20 times faster than it should. Now you can slow it down slower than the original playback speed. For example, you can't say divide by 2 and it slows down because then the offset won't work at all. If say for example I do divide by 10, it just offsets by a very small number, and you basically won't see the slow motion. You just see the stuttering sometimes. Now let's talk about the other transition, this distorted look, and to make it look like it's losing signal or something like that. Now I want to talk about creating the distortion. If you want that, that's very simple. I just add texture coordinates to the footage, and if you want this to be animated, have to animate these values here going up. And if you add a noise texture to this, just using the vector math add, I think you need to subtract the offset that comes with the noise, so -0.5, and you can add a scale option here, a scale node, to scale the effect. So at 0 you get normal looking footage, and you can distort it as you want. So I can play back to something like frame 30 inside a keyframe. Maybe let's inside a keyframe at when everything is okay, and maybe at frame 34 I distort this. I distort this a bit and then remove the distortion just for a few frames. You get that flinching effect, and you can even increase the scale of the noise. Now to sell the effect even better, you can go at where the distortion starts and also animate the Y component. Yeah, so I can insert a keyframe there, let's see, and then at frame 34 I move this up a bit and then reset. So insert, so you get that effect, and you can prolong it for a bit. Maybe this goes up a bit higher inside a keyframe, and maybe comes back a little bit slower. Yeah, something like that. There are several tricks you can do here. You can hold the distortion for a few frames. So just like that. And around here you can even, at the same area here, let me add markers to know where this effect is going to be. You can even add noise over the footage. So noise, let's use colored noise, but at high frequency like that. I can just add it over the footage. So using the mix color, I can just add this over the footage. We can use maybe multiply, any of the effects that works for you. And you can animate the noise using Ctrl T and just animate the Z component using the hash frame driver, so that this is animated on every frame. So I don't know if this is coming through the YouTube compression, but yeah, you can see the noise there. If you turn on the compositor, let's go to the compositor. I added some glare and other effects like bloom to save the effect more. And I think I need to increase, I need to set this as an emission effect, not just a base color. So here, so when I increase the brightness, you can see it starts to look like a screen. There are other effects you could add, like lines. I think they're called lines. I don't remember what they're called, but you can use the wave texture. This would be going on the Y. So something like that. And obviously we want them to be animated. So let me first reduce the scale. We can animate them moving up. So I'll do hash frame divide by 10 maybe, so that they are slower, or maybe by 100. Okay, so let me use some really large bands and then layer some smaller ones in them. So I'll just blend the two and just do something like that, and I can then blend them over the footage. So just swap this, and you can see we have a nice effect. If you want a more digital pixel-like effect, you can do what is it called, Voronoi. You can use a Voronoi texture, and you can remove the randomness and increase the scale, and I think you can use a color ramp, and you'd have pixels like that. You can layer them there. You can even just do mix shader maybe. This could be an emission. Like, so you can add pixels like that, or there is another type of pixels that come with, yeah, you can also have this boxy like pixels, maybe increase the randomness, and you get something like that. Then you can also again add the transformation and play with the Z value here. Hash frame divide by 10, and you get something like that. Just going to keep most of the color in there, and just do another, let me use this as the color, adding some blue pixels, maybe over everything. So yeah, you have now digital noise just like that, and you can layer these effects quite a lot, and till you get the look you want. Now, there are a lot of effects that I did here, and I know some of you might want to take a look at the project files, so I'm just going to upload them to my Patreon for those who might want to check out the projects, and maybe even those who might want to take a look at to use the effects themselves. But you can watch my YouTube channel, this video, and see how I use the effects with sound and everything else. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.